It's all things volume today with another comparison video. Today we are comparing volumizing mousses, so let's get to it. So you guys know I love almost all volume products. I've got fine, flat, straight hair, so I'm always loading up with the volume products. Today I'm going to be comparing 4 volume mousses. We have Moroccan Oil's Volume Mousse, Redken's Full Frame, Living Proof's Full Thickening Mousse, and Amika's Plus Size Perfect Body Mousse. Moroccan Oil's Volumizing Mousse, it is described as a product that is going to give you instant volume and lift and is perfect for medium to fine hair. This is also described as a product with no stickiness. It has a medium hold to give your hair a memory factor to help your volume last longer. Infused, as always, with their argan oil. This is 8.5 ounces retailing for $28. Redken's Full Frame is going to give you a medium hold that will, on top of giving you volume and body, also help moisturize your hair as well as give humidity and heat protection. This has a brushable finish, so it shouldn't be stiff. It is 8.5 ounces retailing for $20. Next, we have Living Proof's Full Thickening Mousse. This is described as a lightweight mousse that is going to make your hair look and feel thicker. It says it has a light hold with touchable volume and heat protection up to 320 degrees. It's 5 ounces and retails for $29. Last but not least, we have Amika's Plus Size Perfect Body Mousse. This provides you with instant volume and body that is going to give you some moisture as well. It's a medium hold. It's going to give you volume without any stiffness. 8.5 ounces as well, retailing for $25. I will, of course, be linking all 4 of these products in the description below should you want to try any out by the end of this video. So I started my week off by using Moroccan Oil's Volume Mousse. I am familiar with this product, and again, it did not disappoint. I start off by applying it to my roots first. I used 2 balls of foam, first applying to my root crown area, and then the second more on my underneath. I went ahead and did 2 more amounts to spread through the rest of my ends. If I'm only using a volume mousse, I tend to be a little heavy-handed just as I want to try to get the most volume as possible. I like to then just do a little bit of rough drying, really working my hair in the opposite direction of how it falls. I will also tip my head upside down as well. I do always blow dry on a medium heat. While drying, this virtually had no stickiness to it at all. I was easily able to get my brush through each section of my hair. I implemented my cool shot button before letting out each section from the brush just to give me the most body. I was so happy with how my hair looked and felt. Lots of movement, and I was happy with the amount of body that I got from it. I finished up with Living Proof's Control Hairspray for hold and their Humidity Shield as my finishing spray just to help fight any humidity that I might get. So my day 1 of using this, I had a relaxed afternoon and evening. I enjoyed the weather we've been having here in Florida. I sat outside at my pool just to read my book, and I grilled steaks for dinner. So my hair got exposed to the weather outside as well as the heat from the grill. My day 2, I spent the day just doing standard errands, grocery shopping and whatnot. And this is what my hair looked like towards the end of my day before reshaping. I was very impressed with how it looked and felt. My scalp was not oily at all, and I thought I had still decent body for having done literally nothing with it by that point. Later in my evening, I went ahead and reshaped it to get ready for dinner, and I felt it brought back the fullness I had from my original blow dry. Still volume and movement with no stiffness, and I was happy with my experience using this product. Next, I used Redken's Full Frame. I haven't used this product in years. I went ahead and I applied it like Moroccan Oils. While I used 4 balls of mousse with Moroccan Oil, I only used 3 with Redken, as I felt the product expanded more once in my hand. I applied to my roots and crown area first, followed by my underneath and ends. Blow dried my hair in the same manner as with Moroccan Oil, and I was actually expecting a lot of stickiness with Full Frame based on how it felt while applying the product to my hair wet. And while it maybe had a touch more product feel than with Moroccan Oil, it was nothing to complain about. I actually felt I got more body per section when drying with Full Frame, and overall when I was finished, I felt it had a little bit more bounce and movement than Moroccan Oil did. I was able to get my hands through my hair easily and finished my style off again by using both the Control Hairspray and Humidity Shield from Living Proof. So while I was really impressed with Full Frame day 1, I was a little disappointed in it on day 2. I didn't feel like the volume and body held up throughout my day as well. I was in salon all of my day 2, and I just found myself wanting to like fluff it up constantly. it just felt flat to me. I got home and I did some baking, and by the end of the night, while my hair didn't exactly look bad, I just didn't feel like it held up as nice as the Moroccan oil. My scalp felt a little dirty too, which was not an issue with Moroccan. Next up, I used Living Proof's Full Thickening Mousse. I have used this product before as well. I did a product review on their line and I really liked it then. I applied the same way to my scalp and hair as with Moroccan Oil and Redken, and I used 3 boosts of this product, same as Redken Full Frame. This actually felt the most light and airy of the 3 so far when applying. While drying it, I would say it had a little bit more product feel than what I felt with Redken. It wasn't hard per se to get my brush through my hair. I could just feel a little bit of pulling. It definitely gave great volume though as I let out each section from my brush. I was extremely happy with my finished look. Tons of fullness, tons of volume. So far of the 3, I would say it gave me the most body upon finishing my blow dry. However, of the 3 though, it definitely has the most product feel, kind of like a film almost on my hair. My day 2 morning after refluffing, I still had volume, maybe a little bit less, but the product feel was still there and my scalp was feeling it some. I spent the whole day in salon again, and I felt by the time I got home, I had the same feeling with it as I did with Redken. It's not like it looked bad again. I just don't think it looked as good as Moroccan oils did on my day 2, and it certainly didn't feel as good either. I finally got to use Amika's Plus Size Perfect Body Mousse. I have used this like the others in the past, but it's honestly been so long I don't even remember my thoughts on it. I applied it in the same way on my hair, but like Redken, I felt it expanded well, so I only used just barely 3 boosts of mousse. Out of all 4 products, this was definitely the stickiest when drying. I could work my brush through enough, but it just had more grit to it than the others. While drying though, I felt I could see the volume, and while letting out each section from my brush, I liked the movement that it gave me and the fullness I got when finished. Because of the stiffness when drying, I was really worried about feeling that when it was dry, but it was actually very minimal. My final result with this reminded me of my finished look with Moroccan oil. My day 1, I had done some shopping for Christmas decor and I started getting my house set up and decorated. I played outside with my dog a little bit. On day 2, I woke up with my scalp feeling just ever so slightly oily, which wasn't too surprising. I spent like a solid 6 hours decorating, but I thought it looked good for sleeping with it down all night long. In the earlier part of my day 2, I went for a light jog and I cleaned out my car, so I was outside quite a bit. After I got done with that and I was starting to get ready to film, I was surprised really with how well my hair held the volume after reshaping. I thought it was pretty full considering I probably put the most stress on my hair while using Amika over the others. It was easy to get my brush through my hair when reshaping, even with that slight product feel that it gives you. So now that we have gone through using these 4 products, I want to go ahead and give my final notes and comparisons. All 4 did give me good immediate volume and fullness, with Living Proof's Full Thickening Mousse giving me what I felt like was the most volume after my blow dry. Redken's Full Frame was probably second, and I would say that both Moroccan Oil's Volume Mousse and Amika's Plus Size Perfect Body Mousse gave me very similar amounts of volume. While Living Proofs gave me the most body, I will say out of the 4, it did actually have the most product feel. To be honest, I was thrown off by this because I have reviewed this product in a previous video going over their line, and I absolutely loved it, and I don't recall having an issue with the product feel. It is the same can from that video, so I'm kind of confused by it. I think this is though the #1 choice if you want the most amount of immediate volume and body. It's great for a date night or an event, but the product feel past day 1 wasn't ideal for me. I felt on day 2 I had lost some of my initial volume, which makes sense because it does describe itself as a light hold. So while I think it gives the best volume right away, it would be my last choice though for longevity. Redken's Full Frame I felt gave the second best immediate volume out of the 4. I feel like this one expanded the most once it was put into my hands, so I feel you might get the most amount of uses from this over the others, and being at the cheapest price point, that is a really nice perk. While Living Proof I felt had the most product feel, Redken I guess I would put it at second most product feel when dry, but it's only slightly more producty than Moroccan Oil and Amika's. I just felt like there was just a little something more than I wanted to feel on my hair. For my day 2 being spent at work and just baking some when I got home, I was disappointed in the lack of hold I felt that it had. I do think though that this is a great choice if you want a budget-friendly price point, a product that the can is likely to last you quite some time. But it should be noted you might not like the product feel, and I don't know that you're going to get as much of a long-lasting style as you might want or need. Amika and Moroccan Oil are almost a tie for me. They both gave similar immediate volume and body. Both had the longest hold for keeping the body in movement, moving into day 2 and throughout day 2. While Amika doesn't have a high product feel, Moroccan Oil essentially has none. And I would be concerned if overused that Amika would feel very filmy on the hair. I also used the most actual amount of product with Moroccan Oil, so the fact that it had the least product feel I think says a lot. Amika does expand more in your hand, so one might argue that you might use less per ball of foam and extend the length of time you have the can, but it is also out of the 4, it had the most product feel while drying, causing me to have the longest blow dry time of the 4. If I had to choose between the 2, I am going with Moroccan Oil for sure though. You can't go wrong with how little product feel it gives, the amount of hold it provides. If you overuse the product, I have never found it to be an issue in all the years I've used it on and off. It's a clean, great results, lasting hold, volumizing mousse that you truly cannot go wrong with. If you are wanting the most budget friendly, go with the Redken Full Frame. Most immediate volume, living proof, and longest hold with a clean feeling. Amika and Moroccan Oil you will not go wrong with. I just feel like Moroccan Oil beats Amika just by a little bit. I will again link all of these products in the description below to where you can purchase them. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.